Welcome to You Hate to Hear It. We're back for another installment where we take a song, pick it apart a little bit, talk a little shit, maybe play up its virtues if it has any. And at the end of it, we will give our final judgment and decide whether it truly deserved all the vitriol we sent its way. I'm Ryan.
I'm
Andrew.
Brian. Fucking
yes,
goddamn
every
it.
fucking time.
I go second.
The conceit is, if there's a Ryan or a Brian, it will always be followed by a Ryan and or a Brian.
No one ever told me that rule. I've
No.
never been told that rule.
I was thinking about this today. I was just like, how does it sound? I'm Ryan, I'm Brian, and I'm Andrew. I'm Ryan, I'm Andrew, I'm Brian. Ryan, Andrew, Brian, Brian, Andrew, Ryan. No, the ion sounds need to be near each other. They kind of play off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just the asshole with the name that doesn't rhyme with the other two names, is what you're telling me.
Well, we could get a guy to come on the podcast. I don't know, like, do you have a friend named Gandrew?
No, and my friend Landrew moved out of town.
Oh,
I know.
no, we can Zoom. Landrew, come back.
Okay, you're done, Landrew. You said your name. Get the fuck out of here.
It would be so great.
Or we could get okay, so we could get our buddy Zan and then someone named Drew. So it's like so there's two more people, and somehow by creating them.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, Andrew, Zan, Drew.
Andrew.
Zan and Drew.
Or it could just be Drew, and you could say Andrew.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
wow.
Andrew,
That's got to be.
Andrew.
Have you dealt with that confusion before? Like in your life?
No, luckily, I mean, of all the confusions I've had in my life, that's not one of them.
I think people understand the name Andrew. I think having Zan, our friend Zan, on the podcast would be super funny because Zan is also a musician, and I don't want to like disparage the kind of music that he makes, but like he's kind of the guy who makes music about like songs about rivers and rain and like the growing of the trees and like the humming of the spheres.
Yeah, you know, a singing bowl wouldn't be out of his wheelhouse. You know, if you're thinking about the stuff that he rocks on.
It's mostly bowl and didgeridoo.
Dude, we love Zan at You Hate to Hear It podcast. Man,
Hell
I've seen
yeah.
that guy out on the street just doing contact ball juggling, just like posted up and just have a train of women come past him on the street and just chat him up for fucking hours. He is a magnet. Actually, you know, every sex. Everybody wants to fuck this kid.
Yeah,
This man.
he's so good looking.
But ladies, he's taken.
I think if I was doing the mime ball stuff, like people would be like, "That fat guy's out of his mind. What is he
like-
doing?"
Right. Finally, I can make a ball joke on this guy. Let's go.
This is what happens when we decriminalize drugs.
Yet when he does it, everyone wants to marry him.
It's
Not
an unfair
fair.
world.
It is.
It's an unfair world also because we get songs like this week's, which is Riff Raff's Stars in the Roof of My Car.
Oh,
Andrew, in case anyone hasn't heard the chorus, would you mind singing a little bit of "Stars in the Roof of My Car"? I just want to hear you sing it specifically.
I got stars, I got stars, I got stars in the roof of my car. This ain't no Lexus
no,
Jaguar.
I asked Andrew to sing it. I didn't ask Riff Raff. Cut Riff Raff off. He should not be on the Zoom.
Get
How
out of here
dare
with
you?
that.
What an insult. That had pathos. I saw Andrew have his eyes squint when you know he's like focusing
Yeah.
in and like getting his
true.
soul chakra really buzzing.
Mhm.
That was
Yep.
10 times better.
It's just amazing how much better you can enunciate when, you know, you just use your teeth instead of like your grill.
I think teeth are a very important part of language. I
Yeah,
think that's what
yeah.
we've learned today.
Yeah.
Are those permanent? Do you think he takes out his grill when he's in the recording studio, or do you think he leaves that shit in?
Well, it sounded like he left it in a lot of the songs, like "La Gaston, don no mo- mo- mo," like hold on.
Yeah.
It was another one of like someone just leaving in their bite guard.
Yeah, night guard at
Yeah,
night.
He either has stars in the roof of his cars or peanut butter on the roof of his mouth. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, his handler just put a bunch of peanut butter on. They're like, "Oh, this is really funny." He just won't stop licking. It's really great.
You know, Riff Raff honestly sounds like a famous horse, not a rapper.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And
Riff
around
Raff's
the turn,
pulling up from the
Riff Raff.
bottom. He's about to lead the race. Riff Raff for the win. So okay, who is this fucking guy we're talking about? Let's dip back into the past. A past we shared with him. This guy is 41. You know, we are not far behind this fella.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about what you want in like a real like hip hop star is a 40-year-old white dude with like questionable hair choices.
Very true. You know, I have some other rappers over 40 pulled up, and it's a dwindling list, man. You need to be doing something pretty major to stay relevant these days. I mean, the first one that is going to come to most people's mind is Drake.
Oh, is he over 40?
Yeah. I don't have his
I thought
specific age.
based on who he mostly wants to date, I assumed he was 13.
Wait, it says he was born in 86. That doesn't make him over 40. Huh.
Don't ask me to do math.
Yeah, well, 3 years younger than me. He's 37. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
anyhow. Well,
Still a young buck.
Fucking Google, get your shit together. Get Chat GPT on the case because you're fucking up.
Drake is 150 years old. Drake rapped with Jesus. So yeah. What I was gonna say when you said that was Eminem. He's kind of the I think of him as kind of like a older white rapper who he still makes stuff, right?
Yeah, he's on that list. Actually, two of Riff Raff's early influences, which he credits, Devin the Dude, which hell yes, and Paul Wall are both 41, 42 in that range.
Paul Wall had that great song on that Kanye West album, the one about Pump the Brakes, or I don't know. It's had something to do with cars. These guys like cars. Have you noticed that about rappers?
Big car guys. And that's, you know what? Let's speak about his past a little bit because that's going to make a little more sense about where he's coming from and why he's into cars.
He used to be a car.
he was the failed transformer that they kicked off the crew.
You're like, just not very helpful, Riff Raff. Riff Raff definitely sounds like a transformer name.
He was actually born Rolls Royce in 1986. And so he's just spent his entire life trying to become Rolls Royce again.
Yeah. When a Rolls Royce becomes a clunker, it becomes known as a Riff Raff.
A Riff Raff.
Well, and Riff Raff is also that cartoon cat who like lived in a junkyard, right?
Oh, well, that sounds cool.
Yeah, hella cool. I mean, he's lived in garbage, but he was a very clean cat. Meticulous in coat and grooming.
Well, they spend most of their day grooming. They're that type of vein.
And I think Riff Raff the rapper would probably spend most of the day licking himself if he could.
Agreed.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay, so Riff Raff was born Horst Christian Simcoe on January 29th, 1982 in Houston, Texas.
Wait, so 1982, he is 40.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
No, he's 41. Yes, yes, sir. Let's see. He was a big basketball guy. That was his jam going through high school. He was a shooting guard on the team before he dropped out his senior year. He got his GED though, and then
whoa, nice.
Yeah, good for you, bud. So in 2001, he went to Hibbing Community College and played on the basketball team for about a month while he was majoring in the liberal arts. He then dropped out in 2003 and moved back to Houston, where he painted cars, and his whole jam was doing the candy-colored slabs that were popular at the time.
And he would put like a PlayStation 2 in the trunk and like a goldfish pond, like
right, all that shit. I mean, like. Yeah, I'm sure he was watching Pimp My Ride every fucking night.
Hey, dog, I heard you like stars. I heard you like cars, so we put stars in the roof of your cars.
So you look at the stars while you're in the cars, hitting bars. But this is when he started building up his rapping identity, which it's funny,
This is a persona, right?
It's like 100% a persona, but like, in the beginning, he was being influenced by the Houston scene, Devin the Dude, Paul Wall. He was selling tapes out of the trunk of his car. Which is a very Houston thing back in that era. But his songs don't sound very Houston influenced. They don't sound very Southern influenced, honestly. It's like he'll latch on to whatever trend is going on at the moment, which, Brian and I sort of took a moment just to sort of play through
Yeah,
the
we checked out his oeuvre.
his Riff Raff looks of 2023, and he's got like a house 4 on the floor song where he's singing just as weakly as he does in the song.
And he's got that country rock song where he's just like, how much do I love trucks? Let me count the ways.
Pure poetry.
Oh
But
my gosh.
this all culminated in him relocating to Los Angeles, and that's when he really started taking his rap career seriously. Starting with the group Three Loco with Andy Milonakis,
Yeah.
and Dirt Nasty, the third. What did I call him? A budget Hawkeye.
Yeah, he definitely looks a little bit Hawkeye-ish.
He does look like that dude. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
Like Hawkeye that like got really high and forgot his bow and arrows.
Shit.
I'm still here, guys. I could do stuff.
So yeah, that group Three Loco is the beginning of his career, and honestly, that's like a weird kind of Lonely Boys vibe. It feels very much like, let's take the comedy bent, let's be funny about it, like rap about Cheetos, burritos, chorizo.
That's pretty much all the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, I just gave away like 30% of the song lyrics there. But Andy Milonakis is an interesting character as far as a rapper. He has a lot of auto-tune on his voice nowadays, and back then, if you know his voice, he does kind of sound like
A child.
a child rapping, which is weird when he's talking about bricks of coke or whatever.
Or at like how he's rapping like a couple. Well, the first couple bars in that song in the Three Loco one that we watched was him talking about like his sexual prowess. But then then in kind of his second verse, he's just like, actually, I'm quite small, as you might imagine.
No, that was Dirt Nasty. Dirt Nasty wasn't afraid to like belittle his little dick, which is much more of a power move in my opinion. That's going to pull a lot more weight with, getting a date for the night.
That feels way more real.
Yeah, it's way more real. It's way more honest. And, I think people respond to that more positively than what did he say? My dick is like a brick of cocaine or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, I do not believe you.
No.
Only in that it's been cut several times.
And stepped on.
Stepped on heavily.
Covered in baby powder. That I believe.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Throwing
boy.
some shade. I love it.
He's famous.
Yeah, right.
He's a good he's probably got a good head on his shoulders after, when you're a little entertainer and like you have like a congenital disease that makes you look like a child. I think you just kind of have to learn to laugh and make a little bit of fun. And like when you watch the video, you're like, oh, this is kind of like a parody. And then Riff Raff goes on to be like he's like, this song Stars on the Roof of My Cars is like, you're taking yourself so fucking seriously right here. Like it just doesn't really the whole thing about him just kind of like I am the absolute shit. I have it all figured out. I have it all together. I have the best cars. I've got the best cars. They're so cool. You've never Joe Biden will never be able to have a car as cool as. It's just like, I don't know. They're not that cool. I don't give a shit, dude. I have a Toyota Sienna that I think is. I would rather have that than the Rolls Royces that he was pointing at.
Right? Yeah, he has to make a point being like, this ain't no Lexus Jaguar, because honestly, those two cars from the outside look very fucking similar. The Rolls-Royce Coupe and the Jaguar XR or whatever.
If you have to keep reminding me that it's not.
Yeah.
Also, this podcast brought to you by the new Lexus Jaguar.
Get it instead of the Rolls-Royce because it's fucking 10 times cheaper and looks just the goddamn same from outside.
Why does he keep saying that? Not a Lexus Jaguar. I'm like, there's no car called Lexus Jaguar. There's Lexuses and Jaguars.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is it? I think it's probably stupid.
Well, that has to go with like my take on his rapping, which is just like, he sounds like a guy who just like got out of bed and like, like mom forced him to get into the studio and start making those albums. Otherwise he's not going to eat dinner. He's just like so fucking sleepy. He's like, oh God. Okay. Like he's not making sense.
This song would definitely put a kid to sleep faster than Twinkle Twinkle, like any day.
Oh yeah.
It's so boring. It's just boring and it's dumb. And like even my own, like Andrew put this on for me and my son, and we all watched it together. And my son was like, David Blaine didn't change his name. Why did he say I've changed my name like David Blaine? David Blaine is his name. He never changed it. He's like, that's what he goes by.
Did he not? Is that really his real name?
No, I think his real name is Horst. All these famous guys are Horst.
Jesus Christ.
Andrew just had a baby. Andrew, were you tempted to name your baby Horst?
Yeah, I'm really glad we didn't. Yeah.
I'm wondering where that came from. Like his mom's name is Anita Isaacs and his dad's name is Ronald Simcoe. Where is this Horst? Like what fucking tradition does that pull from? I've never heard anyone called Horst in any of my brush ups with history books or
no. And I've read like novels from different countries, and like I watch a lot of like European films. Like I've never heard that name, Horst.
Is it like
Horst.
like a past tense version of like getting fucked by a horse?
Oh yeah,
Horst,
like that movie Zoo.
He really got horsed in that one. Horsed to death.
I've got horse sperm in my butt.
Oh my god.
Someone call an ambulance.
Jesus. All right, let's blow through the rest of this shit. So
no, let's talk more about bestiality.
Right?
I've got a really great little anecdote from the Riff Raff history.
Lay it on us.
So apparently, he was so determined to become famous that he flew to Atlanta to try out for an MTV reality show called From G's to Gents.
Ooh.
So when he learned that he had made it to the cast for the program's second season, before taping had even begun, he immediately got a giant MTV logo tattooed on his neck, and he adjusted his name to MTV Riff Raff.
MTV Riff Raff.
Yeah, and then he got eliminated on the second episode of the season.
Oh no.
That's a regrettable tattoo, sir.
Tattoos are permanent, dude.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish he still went by MTV Riff Raff, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you're just here to sell products anyhow. Just fucking throw that one in. Maybe they'll throw you a bone.
He would have been a cool VJ like back in the day when they used to do that. But as far as actual musician, no.
I could see him and Jesse. You remember when he won the VJ contest?
Yeah.
I feel like those two could have been doing lines back to back, like with butt to butt dildo attached, getting horsed up.
Jesse's just like, actually, I was born with the name Horst. Me too. Horst.
But then Jesse's like, well, actually, I meant heroin.
Yeah. Anyone know where we can get some Horst around here?
So our boy Riff Raff, he's got 5 albums under his belt at this point. The last one, full album that came out was 2020. But he's been putting out a lot of singles this year, y'all. So don't go listen to him. Let's see. It all began with Soulja Boy's label, SOD Money Gang Incorporated. Riff Raff didn't exactly sign to them, but he was under their label. There was no paperwork involved. Dude, Soulja Boy will Superman that ass.
He was the first guy I think he made the TikTok dance about like 15 years in advance of before TikTok ever came out.
He was way ahead of his time. He's the Nostradamus of that shit. But he's been struggling these days. I think he's more like bitter than anything else, unfortunately. So, shout out to Soulja Boy.
Sorry, Soulja Boy.
So Riff Raff left his label after a year, and Soulja Boy publicly called Riff Raff a cokehead. Which I love it. So then he started affiliating with Diplo and Harry Fraud, which got him a music video with Action Bronson. And that was probably one of his highlight moments early on.
Yeah, Action Bronson's a real one.
Yeah, their song Bird on a Wire, it was listed as the 27th best song of 2012 by Complex. And you listen to the song and it's dope. I mean, Harry Fraud did a good job with it, and I'm pretty sure The Alchemist was somehow involved. It sounds a lot like sort of Bay Area underground rap as far as the beat goes. And honestly, sort of the rapping,
I love that
too.
shit.
Yeah, it was some good shit. I got some serious Friend Zone. Those producers, you probably never heard them, but they're fucking dope. And it had that kind of vibe of like the 16th note hi-hats, sort of, I don't know, Bay Area post Fizz scene.
Yeah, I mean this one kind of like the drum machine is kind of like doing most of the work of the song as well.
Mhm.
Like, but like that
Yeah.
just that like like super fast snare sound. Like I kind of I was like okay, that actually I like. I think it could probably do something with that, but
Yeah, and that glissando bass too. I'm a big fan of it. I know we're all a fan of Dead Prez's hip hop, which
hell yeah.
you know has that same thing, but the bass just goes twice as hard as it does in this one.
Whoa. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, he signed to Diplo's label Mad Decent in 2012. That's when Neon Icon, his first album, dropped in 2014 under that label. Let's see here. He had a failed deal with BMG and Stampede Management, which was going to be a $4 million venture.
Riff, how'd you fuck that up, Doc?
Oh, how did he fuck it up? 2 words: Spring Breakers. So his whole beef with not being in Spring Breakers, for one, because Harmony Korine did reach out to him, but he didn't get back in time, was his claim. But the other fact that I'll just use his words instead of mine here. Quote, there's a 97.3% chance that James Franco is Riff Raff. That's what the scientists are saying. Unquote.
The scientist.
I like to think there's like some guys in lab coats with a beaker full of Franco's piss, like smelling it, like testing the tensile strength of his hair braids, being like, yep, this is 97.3% Riff Raff.
97.3.
I mean, he does look like he would play James Franco in the biopic of James Franco. I really hope that happens one day.
That would be a very strange, bizarre little crossover. Yeah,
it would be a movie that people needed to would need to have a little bit of a trigger warning about sexual assault before they watch
that is just what I was thinking. Man, he does not deserve that paycheck. Was my next thought.
Bad guy.
Well, but didn't James Franco basically do the same thing? So
oh shit, did he?
I'm
not a Francophile, if you will.
Well, and then
Sutalor.
Hey, and then Seth Rogen can play Andy Milonakis.
Oh yeah, he would be great. Just shave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do the pitch shift on his voice up about 12 centigrades. Yeah.
And then Jeremy Renner can definitely play Simon Cutright. So like Dirt Nasty.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah.
If he still has his leg, that is.
Oh, poor James. Poor.
Listen,
poor
I
James
stand
Franco.
with Renner. Renner is the only hero in this conversation so far.
Renner had that hilarious moment where he created his own social media website that was like just for fans of fans of Renner.
Oh,
James Renner? Why am I thinking James?
Jeremy,
It's not
Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like he'd be like, he's like, all right, guys, the site's all set up. Come on, everyone join. And then 20 minutes later, he's just like, ah.
All right, that's good. Nice. Funny dude. So let's cap off his career here. Let's so nowadays Riff Raff, as of 2018, is signed on to Black Bear's Bear Trap Sound, and it's a reported $500,000 deal.
Does that have anything to do with the Black Bear Cafe that is a restaurant that's near my house?
No, it doesn't have to do with the
They
cafe.
make really good omelets. Okay.
But Black Bear is actually this dude named Matthew Tyler Musto, and he's got quite the production and writing credits. Let's see. A lot of them are You Hate to Hear It favorites, too. We got Justin Bieber, we got G-Eazy, Nick Jonas, Machine Gun Kelly, who I saved you guys from doing an episode on that before.
Thank you.
He's been with Cameron, Gucci Mane, 2 Chainz, Rivers Cuomo for some reason. Linkin Park.
Soon to be on You Hate to Hear It.
Oh, thanks. There we go. A little foreshadowing.
I mean, within the next few months, I'll say. Yeah.
And then 2 more from our list. Pharrell Williams, who we've talked shit about, as well as Miley Cyrus.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, Les Cyrus.
Les Cyrus.
That's great.
Did you like that little interstitial I did on that last one, Brian?
That was fantastic. You're a really good producer.
Speaking of pitch shifting, yeah, I made sure that your bitch was perfectly on key.
Yeah, Andrew and I actually listened to the Leah Kate on our way to Safeway, and when I said we're three little bitches.
Like right off the bat. Strap in, little guy.
No, that's great. So Rivers Cuomo and Miley and they're all hanging out in my garage where I belong, where everyone makes shitty songs.
Oh God. And there's so many of them, dude. Okay, one thing I'll give to Riff Raff is he's had some creative song title names that I've really liked. Like
He's
pretty
good
fun.
he's good at titles.
Most of them are like adjective product, but it works, like a Montclair Machete, Watermelon Wise Guys, Lilac Lightning, Burberry Blender, Raspberry Rodman, $1 Million Mullet, Lamborghini Leg Lock. I mean,
Kind of a fan of the alliteration.
I was gonna say that community college liberal arts education really paid off for some dope alliteration skills.
Oh shit.
And if they were good songs, that would really help his case, I think.
Oh, truly, man. And he's just floundering these days. I got 4.
He's old.
He's old. Yeah, he's old, and he's just like riding the coattails of whatever might pop for him. Like the song I Want a Divorce, which is a fucking house track. Like a 4 on the floor dance song where he's singing. Like, what the fuck? Ain't Giving Up My Truck, a country pandering song that, old Walker Hayes would be.
He adopts like an affectation where he's just like, this is me, I'm Riff Raff now, this is how I sound. Like, no, it's not. Like, it's so fake. Like, everyone knows, like, that's not you. So it just does not work.
Yeah, cut it the fuck out, bro. I don't know about you guys. I first really got into him. The song that I heard of his that I actually, played a few times was Tiptoeing in My Jordans. That was back in 2014. And trap was the fucking hot thing, especially in that.
And he hasn't really evolved past that, like, in any major creative way.
No, you'll still find that formula plays in his stuff, interspersed with his country shit. But maybe he just didn't have the history behind him at that point, or like the scandalous allegations and shit. But like it just hit a little harder, and like I guess he was more of a new kid on the block for a lot of people. But I remember enjoying that.
And it's not like I'm gonna like shit on a guy like just like, oh, you're white, like you don't get to make this kind of music. Like I love to see all kinds of different people like get into the hip hop game and stuff. I just the thing about is the thing about like the nonstop just worship of materialism and like do you stand for anything else other than like I got enough money so I could buy this car? And also he's at the fucking dealership. Like they're not letting you walk off with the car because you didn't buy it. We all know, like, dude.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, he has the coupe, not that SUV version, because he does rap about owning it. He's got the receipt, right?
That is so pathetic.
Yeah. And then he says, like, I can't afford some bullshit. And then he's like, I can't afford to buy it twice.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, is that actually the best line in this? It's like he's actually kind of admitting, like, well, like, I bought it once.
I'm making poor financial decisions.
Yeah.
You should see the interest rate on this bitch.
Yeah. Did you really spend over half of your money on a car?
Do you know, have you heard about a Kia? Because like that's a very economical and affordable car.
It's a responsible choice for your sleepy ass, dude. $500,000 is like the going rate for the Rolls, and that's how much he signed for in 2018.
Also, $500K, if you were talking about cars like in that bracket, that's actually not that much.
Yeah.
Like,
most of those are like $1 million, actually.
My brother-in-law sells cars that are like 1.2 to like $2.5 million, and like they're all like they're Lambos and stuff. But like if you're in that bracket, you're probably not actually wanting to buy some old shitty Rolls Royce, who everyone knows their quality has declined in like the last 30 years. Like Rolls Royce doesn't actually make that great a car anymore.
Oh, but bro, when you listen to this, you might change your mind.
Does it have stars in the roof of its cars? Also, you know what? The roof is on top of the car and the exterior. The inside we call that the ceiling.
You dumb fuck. I guess if you'd stuck around in college, you would have learned that distinction. But
Oh yeah, ceiling versus roofs 101. I got an A in that class. It was so easy.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the inside and the outside of a thing? And he was like, fuck, I gotta study.
so if you're curious about what the fuck stars on the ceiling of your car are,
Thank you.
it's a unique effect achieved by fitting delicate fiber optic strands at varying depths and at different angles to cause light to escape in multiple directions and at different intensities.
That's a great way to describe a Christmas light.
It's glorified Christmas lights that have been hand woven into some perforated leather.
Yeah, I could just see him with like a string of like crappy little multicolored lights on the inside of his car, like plugged into a car battery, just like sitting in the back.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah.
I got stars on. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I got to replace these double A's. Don't touch that black wire because it makes the stars shut off.
Yeah.
Or you know what's a great idea? Just get a super glue gun and get those like glow in the dark like stars that they used to sell like at museums.
Mhm.
And
There
just
you go.
stick
Yeah.
those to the roof.
You can't fail. I mean, sure, you got to wake up a half hour earlier every day and just shine your flashlight on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
to juice them up.
You got to juice them. The only other thing I'll say about Rolls-Royce at this point is just a moment of Schadenfreude for anybody who is not a fan of Tekashi 6ix9ine, which
Hand
I'm in
raise.
that club. Yep, there's a hand raise on camera. So he allegedly just crashed his Rolls-Royce Phantom while driving drunk. So
Cool.
fuck you, dude.
What
Good
a
word.
cool guy. Definitely
Mhm.
worthy of all the worship that fucking idiot gets.
Oh my god. So yeah. Before we get into the video, I don't even care. No, we don't even need to talk about his stats. Fuck it. Let's just watch the video and talk some shit about that.
All right, here we go.
Meow, 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 meow.
All that twinkle adds up. The Starlight option adds over $12,000 to the sticker price.
God, he's so rich, man.
He is living the life of finer things.
We're all so stupid. Why don't we just do that?
Seriously.
If he's living so lavishly, why did his video only cost like $500? I mean, there are two locations, a car dealership interior, and then the exterior parking lot where he's
Yeah.
just sitting on the
That
fucking ground.
has AstroTurf basically in it. Like half the time, it looks like he's definitely lying on fake grass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should just call up like, maybe Ron Tonkin up here and just see if we can go like record. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
That
record a
can be
music
arranged.
video.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. People.
Oh yeah, no, I was at the Ron Tonkin dealership with all those $1 million cars, and I brought my daughter there, and the first thing that she did was like stick her face against a big glass window and just rub her dirty face all over it. I was like, no, oh, sorry.
Oh. And then Riff Raff came out with like a rag, and he was like, "Sorry, let me clean that. I work here now."
Give it 8 more years, and yeah, that'll track.
Oh man.
Yeah, it just comes across as so pathetic. Like if you really had that kind of dough, no one talks like that.
No.
Mhm.
Like they don't think about it like that. Like this, if it, like the people that are super rich don't actually act that way. They're like, nah, this is no big deal. Just $1 million car, ain't no thing.
In the case of rappers as well, I feel like Jay-Z is a way better example of how to flaunt your wealth without sounding like a fucking asshole. Like
Mhm.
he has 1,000,001 like creative lyrical ways to talk about how he is well to do, but it never sounds like he's just like blatantly bragging or like pushing a product.
If this song came out 30 years ago, it'd be like, I have a CD player in my car.
Skip protection all day. Yeah, right. Oh God. So okay, backup dancers for one. They seemed about as sleepy and not into it as he did.
Oh my God, there's that one brunette who's just kind of like she'll just be like looking super bored. She's like, "Where's my phone?" And then she notices that the camera's on her, and she's like, "Oh, I mean, I'm having a great time. Cool. This is super fun."
And there's like, yeah, sometimes they'll put on like a weird smile, just like, this is ridiculous. Like when the first features the like new clothing, they go from like the sort of one tone color, like 80s outfit to like the kind of 80s patterned outfit. She's like, I'm wearing this, I guess. Like just kind of embarrassed, I guess, half embarrassed.
They do look embarrassed. They look like they're not happy to be there, which is not really what you want in your backup dancers.
No. And then you know, this is Mellow Rax, who is the feature he has on it. She's sort of in the cut like a dancer, but not a dancer. But like she raps about how she might like fuck Riff Raff in the back of his car.
No,
so,
literally,
like
I
worse.
might fuck Riff Raff. And also underline that might and put it in bold and italics too.
But I think she had the best line. Want to see a shooting star? Put a window down and shoot.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one. Yeah, I think she also said that she has a pretty pussy. That's great. You know, I think we should all just get a mirror, go into the bathroom by yourself, and just learn to love that part of your own body.
Did you just watch Fried Green Tomatoes recently?
That's where that's from, right?
Yeah. You know what? From some of the shit Riff Raff has done to women, some woman should chop him up and put him into a fucking gumbo.
Hell yeah. I would. That is gonna give you diarrhea, but it's a dish that should be made.
It's a righteous diarrhea. You won't regret it.
I like how this just went from like fried green tomatoes to like Henry VIII or whatever.
Well, fried green tomatoes is essentially about a book about women that just like, get sick of a very toxic, abusive man and just chop them up and eat them. Well, they serve them to other people.
Yeah, that part's a little that's a little Willie Picton, a little fucked up, but hey, more power to you.
The whole video has this vibe of it's absolutely like him just being 100% obsessed with himself, and then you see like these other people around and they're like, cool, like you bought a car, great, like that little dance that he does where he's just like like that is like him kind of like holding his fake suspenders.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so played out. Like I've seen that. I saw that like in the 90s. Like this guy's living in a different time.
He is, man. Yeah, it's like from fashion choices to, well,
I want
especially fashion choices.
I want his clothes. His clothes are amazing.
That gecko shirt, y'all remember wearing the gecko shirts when you were kids? And like the shirts that would you put like, you know, apply heat to it and it would change color.
The hypercolor.
The hypercolor. It's like that's totally his whole vibe. That's what he's trying to bring here.
I mean, he's the neon icon.
He should wear a Big Johnson shirt. Do you remember those? Where like your friend would come to 5th grade and have like a shirt that was just like had these like very non-subtle like penis innuendos.
Yeah, exactly. He'd have that with like the kid pissing in the river, but his dick is studded with VVS diamonds or some shit.
The lyrics are cringe and awful. Like I feel like Barbara Streisand when I'm on the mic. That like no, you're not. You're a Yentl. You are not.
My diamonds hit like dolomite. Like who are you speaking to? Who's like the track is trying to play to younger kids, younger audience, and like yeah. They don't know They don't know Jerry Rice.
His references definitely come from a lot of the 70s, which I'm like, you were born in 1982.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, like then he has like a series of lyrics that are like about the girls that would come and like see how cool his car is, and they would all want to fuck him. And then the girl is so turned on by his car that she brings his friends to fuck him first, I guess. And he's like, she brought her friends to make him squirt.
Ugh.
Like on your car? I don't even think you own that, dude. Who's gonna pay for that detailing?
Yeah, you know, it devalues as soon as you drive it off the lot. But if you're squirting all over the back seat, say goodbye to the resale. Jesus Christ!
Listen,
brother.
A customer's gonna get in there and they're gonna immediately smell that.
What is this faint pissy odor aroma I'm getting.
It's not pee, okay? Girls have like a special reservoir of magic liquid. Have you heard?
That will be included in his Craigslist description when he's trying to sell this car.
It's not pee, it's squirt. They were just so turned on by how cool I am.
No, it's not grapefruit soda. Like it's like squirt, like real squirt.
Oh my god!
Is that what that soda's named after?
No, I don't think so.
It's that good. In my drinking days, I would mix a squirt and vodka, called it a squadka. That's a hell of a drink.
Yeah.
But I don't care how many of those you drink, you're not gonna just be girl jizzing all over the car. I mean,
fair enough.
I do like the one line maybe that I like in this song is I'm turning heads like poltergeist. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that sticks out.
No,
I agree.
the head turn is from the movie Exorcist.
That is true. It is from Exorcist.
Damn it. Yep. You caught me there.
No one turns their head. I mean, aside from just looking at stuff in Poltergeist, there's not a head turn. There's not a head 360.
You're
Yeah,
totally
he gets
right.
it all wrong, dude. From roof to movies. God, this fucking dude, man.
And another one is like, it's like, I feel like Johnny Quest when I got this
I throw
diamonds
the jewels across my
neck. Right. It's just like Johnny Quest, boy detective, not actually known for wearing jewelry at all.
Yeah.
What? I feel like the Bobbsey twins when I like no.
I feel like Eisenhower.
I feel like Ramona and Beezus when I put on the diamond Jesus.
I feel like Boutros Ghali when I'm chilling in Cali. It's like,
Yeah.
why? Why do you?
I think Anders said this when we showed him the song. He's like, this is just rhymes. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And once again, Anders is how old?
9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a 9-year-old is poking holes like a lawyer in this fucking song, man.
And one of his favorite songs is about like chicken nuggets,
Right?
which it is a banger, by the way.
There's nothing redeeming about these lyrics.
This is garbage.
It really is like this is exactly the kind of hip hop I just find no value in whatsoever.
Mhm.
Which just like, I mean, and I shouldn't even say like hip hop, like just the kind of music. And I mean, you do find it primarily in hip hop, so that's why I say that. But like, yeah, just where you're just trying to flaunt yourself. Can you imagine like a screamo band or like any other kind of band, like a ska band or whatever it might be, where they're just the whole time they're just singing about like how fucking awesome their car is
What cool
And-
stuff they bought.
and what cool stuff they bought. Like, no, this just wouldn't. Yeah.
Although I think you just gave me some ideas for a crossover
Nice.
mashup
Okay. Nice.
scenario.
Okay.
I'm trying to find your text that you sent us, Andrew, but you summed it up so well. Like, oh, this is just a 5-minute fucking advertisement for Rolls Royce.
It was, yeah, that. And also it just sounded to me like the first time I listened to this, it just sounded like he was just really high taking whippets, like lying in the back of a car and like seeing spots. It was just like, there's stars in the roof of my car, you guys.
Mhm.
Like,
His friends are like, we got to get you home, Riff.
yeah. I mean,
You
it's
took too
bad.
much lean.
Every time, Riff Raff, really? Every time.
I'm seeing stars. Okay, let's take you to the hospital.
Well, I think that about does it for this seriously deficient song. Why don't we get towards final judgments here, guys?
Final judgments.
Do we have a change of heart at all? What do we think? Is this song giving you stars in your eyes, or is it giving you tears from the cries?
I like it, Ryan.
Thanks. That was on the spot.
It's just rhyme, just whatever rhyme you want to.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Andrew. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely tears from the cries. Lots of tears from the cries. I'll quote a lyric from this song. I love this song like Bill Cosby, as he said. So.
Another one where it's just like, what does that mean? Where is the metaphor? Where is the simile? Rap is supposed to be about doing shit like that. But like where you go, oh, okay, cool.
I love this song
Clever.
like Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Ugh.
No.
He loves his own song. Glad someone liked it. It's so funny to listen to look at like the YouTube comments on this one and be like, man, this song got me through like a really hard point in my life. I'm like, how?
In what way? Well, my dad died, but then I inherited $2 million, so I bought a Rolls Royce. So
No, like I was really feeling like I wasn't doing anything with my life, but then I saw this guy and I was like, wait, I'm actually contributing to society.
the Jerry Springer effect. Yeah. I get that.
Hell yeah. It's real.
God damn.
I'll tell you what I think about this song. It was so fucking boring. It was just it was just so monotonous. He decides that he's like, on this one I'm gonna kind of like really show my vocal talents. Before I mostly just rap. I'm gonna show everyone I can sing. It's like, no, you can't. You suck at this, just like you suck at rapping. His rapping sucks shit. And also, like, he sticks a bunch of crap in his mouth before he does it because he thinks that's cool. And it just makes him sound like a guy. Another time where someone's just like, I forgot to take my bite guard out before we did the record. They're like, it's fine. I got throbbed in my mouth. Oh, sorry. I really bite down on my teeth when I sleep. Like, it sounds like trash. It sounds like garbage. It's not mixed very well. The drum machine sounds like the Casio like play drums, like the what do you call it, where it's like the model or the
like the presets.
The presets, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Someone just hit a button and let the Casio do the work.
I actually really like the bass line.
Yeah,
I was kind of digging that. The lyrics just made me mad just because of how stupid they were.
Yeah, but also like the bass line and the beat, like it feels like something that you've heard a million fucking times already.
Oh yeah,
like
no,
absolutely
from back at the very inception of trap. Like it's just what it cannot borrow, it steals, and what he cannot do creatively. All he does is basically like create an advertisement for like, isn't it cool that this car has this neat feature? Which is boring.
Yeah,
entirely boring.
Dude, I could write a better rap song about my minivan.
Oh yeah. I'm certain of that.
Please do.
Yeah, and please do.
Yeah.
I'll send the beat over.
I don't have to open the doors.
I just go click, click.
It's really nice. It's a nice feature. There's so much storage in the back.
Get the hybrid. I got the hybrid.
I ain't paying for no gas. Fucking, this is so stupid. I hate this.
Yeah.
Ryan.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought it to you.
I've never made you listen to a bad song. Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. No, wait.
Yeah. But I do think Brian and I talked about this briefly the other day. I think if a song this bad really, at least for us, I believe we decided that we would probably rather listen to Leah Kate on repeat than this track on repeat.
That's a better musician.
Okay, I think this is a segue into my final judgment, which is I
hear
agree
it.
100% with you guys. Yes, this is a pile of fucking garbage. I hate it. But I remember having a conversation with you guys off mic as well. Brian, I think it was you that like, oh shit, the song is kind of stuck in my head. It does have that unfortunate earworm capability, which says a little bit of something. Not much, but something.
There was actually a lot of YouTube comments about that too. Like, I can't get the song out of my head.
Yeah.
Please help me. Please help me.
The fucking Hollywood Illuminati strikes again, man. They somehow have some sort of frequency that just drills it into your prefrontal cortex and makes you think about it.
Yeah, you're doing your laundry and you're just like, I've got stains on the bottom of my box.
On the floor of my shorts.
I got skids. I got skids on the underwear of my kids. Yeah. But that's like, I mean,
Shorty came to make it squirt.
So no, I would not play this over Leah Kate. I'm sorry. Because that song is just hateful. Whereas this is just a fucking, like a double mint gum type advertisement.
It's
song.
just so boring.
It's just so
very boring. Yeah, and he sings with such little power. It's like he's pulling his punches.
And the lyrics are just totally uninspired.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just nothing, At least Leah Kate seems to have some emotion behind it. However, vapid and stupid.
She's so mad, and that's interesting. Like at least a little bit. But I'm just like, do you even like this car? I don't believe you.
I don't believe it either. No, it's just the money thing and what he could afford.
Yeah, well, he can't buy two.
Yeah,
that's true. You better take good care of it.
What the hell else should we be listening to then instead of this song, guys? We need to leave people with something to wash this taste out their ears.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back a little bit. First off, just because the video and the style of the hip hop and just a lot of it reminded me kind of that older hip hop, that 90s stuff. And I can't even think of the name of the label right now, but I'm gonna send my first recommendation back to Master P, make them say
Oh, hell yeah.
because like the labels, it was all about like the diamonds and the jewelry and the cars, and those music videos were exactly the fucking
And a
same,
tank.
except for that except for that it was in a black hangar or a black dealership instead of a white dealership. Like they were dark and more moody, but I mean it was the same thing. Like everything, it was women in bikinis and just singing about how much money they had and all that. But yeah, at least make them say Master P with like 4 other people on that track. Like that song hit. And I love that song.
That was a 9-minute track or something like that, and it was not boring.
Yeah, no, exactly, yes. And then my second recommendation, more modern, more of a play on the name of the artist itself, but I'm going to say for a nice, more mellow and indie rock time, skip the Riff Raff and go for Hooray for the Riff Raff. They're a great band and just, got a great variety of sound. Like they got some beautiful kind of quiet moments. They got some fun little indie rock stuff going on. And so, listen to Hooray for the Riff Raff.
Right, I've never heard that band before. That's sweet.
Hell yeah.
Brian, you still looking it up on your phone?
I'd say I saved it, so I was just like, "Do I have this?" Okay, Glorious Game. Black Thought has a new album out, and Black Thought from the Roots, who's just amazing lyricist, a guy that definitely has way more to say than Riff Raff. Like you can listen to songs and they're not commercials for how cool cars are.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I had that one on a little bit today in the car, and I'm really digging it. Yeah, Black Thought, glorious game. Check it out.
Badass. I already mentioned Dead Prez Hip Hop. That's a great song. Still hits. Way better bass line, way better verses.
Also, a song that is kind of calling out this kind of trash.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, it's like poignant lyrics pointing to the decline of Western civilization, which culminates in this Riff Raff track. But the winner for my recommendations this week is Lowlands Anthem Part 1 by Defari.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Jed Tyler, our previous guest and co-host. He turned me onto it back in fucking middle school, if not high school. Defari is a dope fucking dude and a stellar human being out of LA as well, but he reps the place he's from in that track. The track is also like, it's chill, but it's not chill in the sleepy Gary kind of vibe. It's like just really choice guitar samples and smooth beats. Yeah, and it's ultimately a love letter to the city he's from. And Dwayne Johnson, that's his name. There's something about Dwayne Johnson's, man. They're just good guys. Not only is he a dope rapper, he teaches or he taught world history and geography to 9th and 10th graders at Inglewood High. He was a high school
social studies teacher.
Fucking dope.
And an activist, and he's still involved in like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Super cool.
Yeah,
guy.
man. What he does is just infinitely cooler and actually beneficial for society. And he's staying relevant today, instead of trying to catch on to whatever, latest trend is going on to pull in some cash. He's actually been working in the Hollywood industry as a sound mixer. So he's done dozens of movies and TV series over the past,
Whoa, that's really cool. I had no idea. That's really awesome. Defari.
Yeah, I just found that out today, man.
Keeping up. That's fantastic.
Defari. Yeah, go listen to Defari, guys. You'll love it.
He's got this crazy ass song on that same album about him in dreams going back in time to the days of slavery, and then giving people M16s and having them shoot the slave owners and stuff. Exactly. Really cool.
Yeah, man, painting pictures with your words, not fucking shilling for big car.
That's what rap should be. Rap is about telling stories. It's not just to say this song says nothing is almost like a compliment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you could the rap that is good and it's still getting made today. Okay. I'm not one of the kind of guys that are rap fell off or anything like that. I think that it's still good rap is still being made every day.
Absolutely.
But even the 77,000 views that this video got, and the people that are like, this guy's great, man. He only gets better with age. It's just like, man, you should listen to some good rap. You would really probably like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bad education, man. They didn't get turned on to
Yeah.
better quality shit.
And not 77,000, Brian. 2.7 million views this video has so far on YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was 777K.
That's what I saw.
Or maybe that was the truck one. Maybe it was when we were
Oh, the
watching
truck one.
Yeah.
And then Mike Will Made It, Chopping Blades, also has about 2.5 million. So that's the one where he's at a desk like doing a little bit of acting. I really enjoyed that.
Christ alive.
Maybe he should just focus more on that.
Right? Yeah. Get geared up for your James Franco biopic that you're going to be in.
I think he'd play like a great like used car salesman.
Then no, you know what? Once again, fuck that. He doesn't deserve any more money from any project.
Yep.
Yeah, now that we know that he is like a harmful person that hurts women, fuck him.
Yep.
All right, that's the final word. Fuck
Yep.
him.
That's right.
And don't go listen to his song.
Don't listen. We didn't mean to signal boost this jackass, but you should listen to better stuff than this. If you,
Absolutely.
100%. So, Andrew, where the hell can people find us if they want to get in touch?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get in touch, let us know that your recommendation maybe that you'd rather listen to instead of this Riff Raff garbage. You can always find us on Twitter at YHTHI Podcast, or send us your recommendation or question to yhthi.podcast@gmail.com.
send us a mail. Send us a little email, like a funny story about a time when you were listening to a song, or about a song that you like, an artist that you hate, whatever. Like, please, we want to communicate with you guys.
Yeah, we keep getting those notifications on our Gmail that's like, are you real? No one's actually emailing you. So like, come on, send us something. Come on. Please.
Yeah, all you people in Southeast Asia that are using this podcast as like a tool to help you learn English,
Yeah.
just give it a shot. Do some composition.
God damn it.
Send us your homework. We'll give you notes and send it back.
Hell yeah. I'll help
Yep.
you conjugate verbs or whatever you want.
We're here for you.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for sticking through this one with us. It was a tough one, but yeah, we love you all, and we will talk to you next time on You Hate to Hear It. For tonight, I'm Andrew.
I'm Brian.
Every goddamn time. I'm Ryan, and good night.
Good night.